Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some pretty interesting news in regards to just basically the next confirmed area on how that's going to be affecting the American restocks, what other regions are actually kind of getting like a big supply, and kind of why the past week or so, right after our really big Black Friday and Cyber Monday, has been a little bit more on the quieter side, and why the next week we'll probably still be having some good drops floating around, while we will maybe have like a nice little filler week too as well when it comes to all the PS5 and Xbox Series X restocks. Now as well too, whenever it comes to this type of news, there still is other restocks mixed on in. There are still other consoles, and we'll definitely still have a lot more news, especially as we're tracking other locations such as say like Best Buy and other various locations too. So don't feel too discouraged or feel too bad, because we'll still have other stuff mixed in the fray. But sometimes we do have a quieter week or two, and I usually get to go and call this on the channel, and I've made a few videos on this before too as well, kind of like a regional effect where sometimes other regions will more so obviously have to get their consoles. So when there is a limited amount of supply being made, a little bit of production being made, sometimes you got to go and make the commitment and figure out exactly what you want to do with your consoles, especially when you're Sony and also Microsoft. So we're going to talk about that, talk about some areas, talk about some big restocks on the way that might be affecting us, and all that good stuff throughout this video. So make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc, digital console, and controller. Twitter and Twitch stream as well, link down below. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100. You guys go get free stock and free money. Coinbase, you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency. You guys go and get free Bitcoin. Those are always linked down below. Let's go dive in the video itself. So as I mentioned, we're going to be talking about a little bit of some of the other regions, but also all the, like at the end of the day, it always just goes and affects America for a lot of good various reasons. Every now and then I do like to make these videos as kind of like a mid-tier update. Every like few weeks or so, it kind of is just meant to go and happen. So we have two specific places we want to focus on and kind of talk about over here. One is on the UK, which actually does correspond a lot with the American side in terms of restock, same with Canada too as well. And one of the big ones I always want to bring up every now and then, because whenever they go and restock, they're usually very big. And although it usually does still instantly sell within 2 seconds, does affect up the markets a lot. So with this one, we actually do have a confirmed restock going on, although once again, it's up in India. So as you guys can go and see, we do have confirmations as of now that the PS5 restock in India, all their pre-orders and their pre-order events and sales are all now confirmed, going on as of December 6th at 12 p.m. in local India time. The PS5 was launched up in India back in February, as it sold out in minutes every time it's gone up for sale. So let's go talk about a little bit of this too as well, how it affects America and all that stuff. So basically for this, we do have a confirmed PlayStation 5 restock, at least in regards to India. This will be on December 6th over there at noontime in India, basically o'clock. Sony Center is also confirmed too. So a lot of these places, if you guys look, the official website at shop.sc, Games the Shop is already confirmed that they will be stocking the next-gen Sony consoles for December 6th. And as usually for the trend too, pretty much every big retailer on that same exact day, such as Amazon India, Chroma, Flipkart, Prepaid Gamer Card, Reliance Digital, Vijay, as well also will restock the same stuff on that coming Monday, which is the next few days. And this, of course, also kind of goes into here because the last time there was even a restock in the entirety of the country of India literally was in on October 25th. So it's been over a month. It's been a month and like a few weeks or so when it comes to that one, but it's not good. It's like it takes a while for them to go and get their restocks in general. So as you guys all know, this is like kind of confirmed for all the Indian folks out there. We have a few Indian watchers, but I know a lot of you guys are American, which is why we're going to relate this back to the American restock. So as you guys can kind of go and see, a lot of these other various places to other pre-orders going on, and the banner for the restock is also mentioned. The deliveries will also be getting from December 15th. Well, so why do we talk about this? Why do we care for more of an American restock channel? So whenever we have these big countrywide restocks, it does kind of soak up a little bit of the stock. So as you guys can probably even almost specifically tell by the dates, October 25th and throughout that entire period, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all the pre-Christmas sales, and probably for the next few weeks after this December 6th sale too as well, we kind of know that, well, they're basically trying to go and plan out their restocks accordingly. They want to make sure Americans and the UK folks had a good amount of stock around the Black Friday holiday times. We want to make sure India has their stock right now to kind of taper them over until maybe middle January or so based on these trends as well. And then also is kind of good news for us because once this drop is done, if we have a little bit more of a quarter next week or so, as a lot of big retailers kind of want to build up stock and get some stock, that also means that we'll have a really good next week right afterwards when it comes to the holidays. So basically think anytime after December 6th, we can start getting a lot more stocks arriving and consoles arriving in America, which obviously I'm sure you guys can tell The more stocks available, the more consoles arriving, the better for everyone. And as well as kind of the same thing too when it comes to India, where India themselves, they can kind of have their own country kind of fulfilled and chilled on for at least a little bit. But it's not even all the same thing too when it comes to India, although this is going to be looking very nice and a pretty good spicy drop for all of them. It doesn't really affect us too much. But when it comes to the UK, now as well, we also really haven't had a PS Strat this past week or so. It's been a little bit more on the quieter side. And the only kind of restocks we had this last week was Walmart and Target. Now we're still waiting for Best Buy. We'll probably get a lot more Best Buy information throughout these next few days, obviously, or throughout this weekend as we're anticipating that drop. But after that, we'll have a little bit more of like a chiller period for a week or so as we're kind of just patiently waiting for any restock and restock information floating around. But we also had some PS Directs finally start happening up in Europe again. We knew they were supposed to be on the way. We knew Sony said they were going to confirm that. We knew Sony knew they were going to talk about it. But one kind of big thing is that the PlayStation Directs, as these past few days up in Europe, have already actually resold out. Although they've even mentioned too that sometimes it's been a little bit more of a lower supply, we are at least seeing Europe slowly trying to go and weasel their way into selling some consoles, trying to get Sony and move their stock around. Because always remember, it's not only in America that has consoles. I know a lot of you guys watching are Americans, so make sure you guys always subscribe with the notifications on for that. But sometimes you have to look at the other basically countries to kind of see the rough idea of what's going on, how it's happening, and all that kind of good stuff. And at least for me, it does make a lot of sense because, like we said, we just had a big Black Friday and Cyber Monday sale, so you kind of have to focus on the other countries too, because, I mean, obviously there's millions of folks in India, millions of folks in China, millions of folks in Japan who are willing to want to go get their consoles. And that's why sometimes you kind of see like more of a seasonal rotation too as well, where sometimes we'll have a lot of restocks here in America, and they'll have a really good, like super good 2-3 weeks in a row, back to back drops. And then it goes quiet for like 2 weeks. So right now we're kind of already gone through one kind of quiet week as we're kind of like resetting, building up stock and letting Sony kind of allocate to other areas. And as of right now, we've also had places like the UK, or we even have confirmed drops too with like Smith's Toys and other various locations selling stores in stock, as well as also online sales too as well. And some of the other various locations too on top of that have also slowly been receiving stock. So right now, we're seeing a really big European focus to kind of get their stock out of the way, kind of making sure they're prepping on up to as well for their own holidays to, they obviously go and celebrate Christmas mixed on in. And then for India, they just haven't had a restock in over a month. So right now, they're just all allocating a lot of stock to go deliver over in the country to basically make sure everything's all chill and nice and relax, and we have nothing else kind of crazy mixed on in. So just in case you guys are ever kind of curious on the whole macro side of it, whenever we kind of have one region get a lot more stock, that usually does mean that other regions kind of have to go and lose a little bit more stock too as well. And as you guys can probably also see too as well when it comes to India, they already have all their websites all situated. So the stock is probably going to either be in the works, already like being moved over as of this second, or it already might just be like, already sitting there in some warehouses as they're kind of sort through the stock. Kind of how sometimes we see places like, say, Target or Best Buy have a big warehouse delivery, and then it takes a few additional days for them to go and get all their stock situated. And as well, we still are still seeing other restocks in other areas. Think like Japan or Australia, the occasional Canadian restock. But I already know, because this is how it was as of last year, Sony and Microsoft, they like these American markets. Americans like us, I'm sure you guys would agree. We like to spend money on the holidays. We like to spend money on presents. We like to splurge and go get ourselves some nice consoles too mixed on in. So when we go and see all this stuff, it's always kind of nice news to go and see all these consoles basically go do pretty well and hook us on up. So this is kind of like a big, I guess, overall, like I said, country warning. Right now, it might be a little bit of a quieter next week or so. We will still have restocks. We'll still have news. We're still watching retailers. We'll still have some more stuff kind of floating on in. But right now, the big focus for Sony especially is making sure India's all good for this next upcoming restock month, and as well making sure the UK also has their allocated stock. And then any leftovers, we usually do see somewhat consistent shipments to say like Japan, China, etc., like Thailand, etc., Malaysia. So whenever all that kind of goes on through, then we'll have a little more extra stock to go put towards American markets. And we already know when it comes to the holidays and Christmas stuff like that, Sony likes us. They made sure we had some good Cyber Monday restocks and Black Friday restocks, and as well as you guys also probably even saw for Target, those restocks were massive. So they're prepping for it. They're doing pretty good. And overall, it's just nice to go and see. But I do appreciate all of you guys so much for watching. You guys can give your thoughts or comments down below. I just want to give you this little small weekend update for it. Kind of a good time to go do it, as well as most retailers are a little bit more on the chiller side. But I do appreciate all you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all of you guys so much for chilling. You guys are all beautiful. Make sure you guys enjoy the rest of your nights. We'll have a lot more walk-in news and other various updated rumors and stuff for tomorrow. As well, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. As well, for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway, Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc, digital console, and controller. Twitter and Twitch stream as well, link down below. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100, you guys go get free stock and free money. Coinbase, you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency. You guys go and get free Bitcoin. And I appreciate all you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow for some more brand new videos. Love you guys.